Welcome to another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews here on this beautiful day. I wanted to talk a little bit today about a theme that I had for some very old videos on my channel, and that theme was pattern collecting. Now, going way back to the early days of my channel, I talked about pattern collecting a little bit. It's kind of an idea that spun from Iraq veteran 8888. He talks about pattern collecting things like Mosin Nagants and other rifles. Basically, what the theory is getting several of a certain type of gun. They don't need to have necessarily any historical value or any monetary value, just something that you as a collector like. So I did a video on pattern collecting revolvers, I did one on Mossberg 500 shotguns, and I also did one on lever action rifles. All of those I probably need to go back and readdress because I've gotten different things in my collection and sold some things since then. But the video I want to talk about today is pattern collecting Ruger American rifles. I started out with a 7.62x39 rifle, mainly because I had an SKS and I wanted a bolt action that I could shoot 7.62x39. I took it out, I shot it so well, and I enjoyed the rifle so much that I traded in my Savage Model 25 walking varminter and replaced it with a 223 bolt action Ruger American. Since then, I've also picked up a 22 long rifle Ruger American, a 308 Winchester Ruger American, a 22 Winchester Magnum, and a 450 Bushmaster Ruger American. So now I have a total of 6 Ruger American rifles, and I'm going to roll in some footage here and talk a little bit about each one of them and what I like about them and how I have them set up. Stay tuned. This is my 450 Bushmaster Ruger American Ranch model. As you see it here, it is pretty much factory as it came out of the box, with the exception of me adding a sniper scope mount and a Simmons 4-power scope. Now this is actually a 22 Win Mag scope. I will be replacing it with a better one in future videos. I will show that, but this is what I had in my stock when I bought this rifle. And ironically, with a 4-power scope, my groups weren't horrible. This is my 7.62x39 Ruger American Ranch rifle, and it is stock out of the box with the exception of, again, sniper scope rings and a Simmons 3-9x40 scope. This thing has been extremely accurate at 100 yards. I've even stretched its legs out to 200 yards. The only other modification I've done is to add a bipod and a $20 muzzle brake from eBay. This is my 308 model Ruger American rifle. I have not mounted the scope to this yet, but I do have a 4-12 power Simmons scope and some sniper scope rings that will go on top of this. I have added a CCOP bipod and bipod rail, just like I've done on most of my other rifles. I look forward to shooting this. This is my 223 Remington Ruger American Predator model, and I bought this one to replace my walking varminter Savage Model 25. I've had better luck with this rifle. I have shot this out to 400 yards and I achieved about a 10-inch group. It does have a A2 style birdcage muzzle brake on it, a sniper scope rings, and a 4-12 power Simmons scope. You can see a theme here. I really like inexpensive scopes and rings. This is my 22 Winchester Magnum Ruger American rimfire. And this is, again, what they would call the Predator model. It has the green stock on it. I have not yet added a scope and rings to it, but I do have, again, sniper rings and a Simmons 3-9x40 scope that will be going on top of this. It does have a threaded muzzle, however, I have not gotten a muzzle brake for it yet. I probably will, because if it has threads, I will put a muzzle brake on it, mainly because I don't have a silencer. And this, last but not least, is my Ruger American Rimfire 22 long rifle Predator model. This one is set up with, again, sniper scope rings and a Simmons scope. I do not have a muzzle device on this one yet. I will put one on, again, most likely because it has threads and I don't have a suppressor, so I do want to put something on there. This rifle is as accurate as my 1022 target model or my Ruger my Ruger Precision Rimfire. Thanks for watching another edition of Cranky Gun Reviews. This has been a pattern collecting video talking about Ruger American rifles. Have a great day, God bless America, and make sure you support your 2A rights.